SHTF body armor. Stick around. Guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you appreciate me coming back to this subject. I know it's kind of important. It's getting really good reviews. As far as SHTF goes, if you are somebody that wants to rock body armor, I think it's highly recommended, specifically if you guys work or live in a very high density population. Again, this is not about bugging out. This is about having some tactical armor or some protection for you and your family. Now, depending on where you live is going to depend on what type of armor and what your budget is, obviously, because a lot of this stuff is not cheap. Armor plates, they could run in the $300 mark, or they could run all the way up to the $4,000 mark. Some of the new stuff, which is the polyethylene sandwich type stuff, which is very, very high speed, is very, very, very expensive. So you're going to have to decide what works for you. Some of the cheaper stuff, such as soft body armor, which is most likely what police officers use and security guys, it works very well, and it's a little bit cheaper, but it only stops pistol rounds. I'm not an expert on the NIJ rating, but ideally the National Institute for Justice does a bullet rating on plates and on body armor. And what that means is a whole big lab and scientists, and they figure out, well, if I want to put this to market, we got to give it an NIJ rating. And if we do that, it's going to be very expensive, which is why they charge it back to the customer. We're going to put it on the back and tell you what it will stop. All right. So that's kind of why it's so expensive, mostly because of the politics involved, because to get an NIJ rating is not cheap. So if you're a company that wants to make body armor or looking into it, you're going to have to pay for it. So typically, let's get with some of the stuff that you can purchase right now. Safelite happens to be one of my favorites. You can go online right now and you can purchase Safelite. As you see, Safelite Defense. They have plates. They also have soft armor. They also have carriers. All right, so if you want something that's kind of incognito, or you want something that's, let's say, a little bit covert, I think that's a good idea. You could just throw this on. What's also good for this is they make them in different sizes. So if you wanted to get your wife a piece of body armor for her anniversary, then you're a good man. So go ahead and do that as well. I don't have all the prices. You're going to have to go to those companies and figure it out. There is also a stab-proof version for body armor. Again, I don't know that rating specifically, but guys that are like corrections officers and guys that work with that are not in that category of firearms threats, but are in that category of stabbing threats, they have different vests for that as well. And again, these guys don't pay me anything to say this. I am not affiliated with them at all. But a basic vest, this says 3A plus, 3A plus. So if I had to look at my chart, what does 3A stop? So 3A stops anything from a 380, 357 SIG, 9mm 45, 38 Special, 357 Magnum, and a 44 Magnum. Now, the 3A plus, it says the level 3A plus is specifically designed for that body armor industry, created to fill the gap between the body level 3 and the 4. As we mentioned previously, the 885, the penetrator round to penetrate hard surfaces, that particular round is commonly referred to as green tip. So green tip will go pretty much right through it. All right, so on the green tip to the bullet. All right, so the 885 inner steel core that gives this bullet the penetrating capabilities. It is important to note that 885 round are not the same armor-piercing rounds. They are designed to penetrate hard materials, and they don't have the same penetrating power as armor-piercing. All right, so a little bit different. It is only designed. Anytime you see 3A or 3, anytime you see 3A, typically we're talking about soft body armor. All right, again, get a good carrier. It's worth the money, guys. If you're going to spend $500 and put this in your closet, you're good to go. Now, it does. Every manufacturer has to have a manufacturer's date and an expiry date. Now, the way this kind of works, and I know from experience, is that every 5 years you're supposed to upgrade your vest. Well, that means that the manufacturer is only guaranteeing that vest for 5 years with daily constant use. All right, so what that means is if you're a police officer, patrol officer, correction officer, and you're wearing that vest every day, eventually your sweat, the rain, whatever it is, will start to tear down this vest. It will start to break down all the fibers that makes it bulletproof or bullet resistant, and then you're going to have to replace it within 5 years. If you're someone that just purchased this and hung it in your closet for 5 years, then chances are it's still good. I wouldn't go out and replace it every 5 years, but I would get one for each one of your family members. All right, so that is the level 3A soft body armor. All right, let's look at level 3 plates. This is the level 3. You might notice this one. This is the old sappy plate. All right, now this is a ceramic plate. I wore these when I was in Iraq. And typically it is a level 3, which means that it will stop any AK rounds, any type of 7.62, 7.62 by 81. I'm sorry, 7.62 by 51. So, you know, that type of round, 7.62 by 39. And of course 5.56. These things work great. You actually did see a bunch of soldiers get hit by these, a couple Marines that got shot, and the sappy plate saved their lives. The only problem with the sappy plates is that they are made out of ceramic, and you can actually see right here, if you keep constantly banging this on the ground or on the concrete, they start to chip and they start to break. It is not multi-capable hit. Meaning that if you shoot it once or twice, the ceramic plates break apart and then it is compromised. You have to get a new plate. The good news is that it's not really that heavy. So when we're done with this, I'm going to start weighing all the plates so you guys get a better idea of what it looks like and how much weight that you can handle. Another level 3 plate, and this is by AR500, is the old steel plate. All right, this thing is a honking piece of steel. I have 2 of these. I don't want to carry them anymore. They're just too heavy. Yes, it's a shooter's cut. It is not curved. It's basically just a big piece of steel, and it has this kind of spall protection that's like kind of plated on there. It will fit in pretty much any plate carrier. All right, so it will work in the plate carrier. A lot of these are 10 by 12s. 10 by 12s is the largest that you can get. There's a 10 by 13. What I had also done is I bought a spall guard. All right, this is a spall guard. You can get them online, and it is lined with Kevlar. The plate goes inside the spall guard, and then this whole piece goes inside your plate. Seems like a lot, right? Because it is. These are the cheapest that you can buy because they're steel and they're heavy. Any rifle round, providing that it's not a 30-06, really good plates, but again, super heavy. I don't know the prices on this, but I'll put the links down below. I have another level 3 plate. This is the one that I have in my plate carrier. This piece of kit is made of a polyethylene, all right, and you can see the size thickness. This thing is super thick, and what it is stacks of layered plastics and fibers and Kevlar, and what they do is they compress it all together. It's very large, thick, but this thing is super lightweight. It is the level 3 only, so it is an only level 3. Now, level 3 is not the best. Steel penetrators, or I guess the green tips, might go through this, so you got to be aware of that. But again, you know, if we're talking about regular ball ammo, anything with pistol rounds, this thing is going to stop. So I like it a lot, and it's super lightweight. Safelite also makes this one. This is a level 3A for rifle rounds. All right, and this thing is pretty nice. Again, this is another polyethylene. All right, so again, it's plastics and or compressed fibers, which is Kevlar, and they compress it together to make a plate. They are typically lighter than any other plates that you have on here. The level 3 plus is going to stop anything with a 5.56 or a 30-06 jacketed hollow JSPs. All right, so this will stop a 30-06 right here, and it's plastic, and it's only 5 or 6 pounds. All right, so there it is. It's pretty decent, these things. All right, but again, expensive. All right, and the last one that I have, and this is the Mac Daddy. This is AR 500 level 4 plate. Level 4 plate, and again, it is ceramic, it is thick, and it is freaking heavy. All right, this is just one plate. I don't know if they put the weight on here, but we're gonna weigh them in a second. But holy crap, 1 against the body, ballistic panel. Now this will pretty much stop anything. All right, it's a 30-aught, it'll stop at 30-06. It will stop green tip penetrators, anything on a pistol caliber, shotgun slugs, it's gonna stop it. I mean, you know, barring it's not a 50 cal, but any type of medium into medium range rifle rounds, this will stop it. But again, it's expensive, it's ceramic, and it's heavy. Now the thing about this is, if it gets hit, again, it's not multi-capable strike. So if you hit it and it gets shot, you're gonna have to throw the plate out. With the steel plate, that's only a level 3, it is multi-level, multi-capable. So if you get shot with this and you only have steel plates, well, you can continue to use it because it's only one slab of steel. It is not ceramic or any of the fancy stuff, all right? Most of the stuff that you see here on the table, it's you shoot it once, and then it's garbage. You know, you got to replace it, okay? So I'll take the camera and I'll point it down, and then this way we can kind of get an idea of what all this stuff weighs. This is my mailing scale, all right? I hope that I can do it, let's see. I hope I can do it justice. So again, this is gonna be the AR 500 plate. This is the steel version of it. All right, and we're looking at 8, almost 9 pounds. This is 8, 9 pounds. And then if I add the Spalding, envelope for it, it's definitely 9 pounds. And that's just for one. So the AR 500 metal plate, all right, you're looking at 9. So that's basically 2 plates, one in the front, one in the back. All right, so you're looking at almost 20 pounds in plates. Now the old Sappy plates, and again, I know this one's pretty much expired. All right, not bad, about 4 pounds each. All right, so you're looking at like, yeah, probably like 4.5 pounds. So 10 pounds for 2. All right, not terrible. Again, ceramic plate. This one's definitely expired. I wouldn't actually wear that one. This is the Safe Light, the 3A plate. All right, and this is the UHM WPE. Again, this is that fancy material, the Kevlar that is sandwiched. And that plate is a little bit over 5 pounds. So again, very, very similar to what the other one is, and it's offering you level 3A plus, right? So this is my level 4 plate. All right, this is the big heavy one. All right, level 4. This will stop every round that is small caliber, meaning up to 30-06. All right, it is 8.4 pounds. 8.4 pounds for one. So that's 16 pounds of plate. That's it. 16 pounds of plate if you got one in the back as well. All right. Now, this is the polyethylene plate. All right. Again, made by AR 500. 3.7 pounds. 3.7 pounds for a plate that is a level 3 protection. Okay. Again, you decide. Now, do you want something that's going to weigh 16 pounds? Or do you want something that's going to weigh 6 pounds for 2 sides? All right. Now, we can even take a look. We'll even take a look at the body armor. And again, the body armor that is soft armor only for pistol rounds. And again, it's basically about the same weight as this plate right here. All right, let's go back up top. All right, guys, I hope you appreciated that video. Again, I'm not trying to tell you what to buy, what not to buy. I'm just trying to give you a little bit of an education as far as plates and body armor types. It is your personal decision and obviously your pocket that will decide what type of plates will work for you. I think that, yes, the soft body armor is something I would start with. Specifically if you live in an urban environment and you're of frail health, or maybe you don't have the opportunity to get rifle plates because they're too expensive, soft armor will work for pistol rounds. It will not work for rifle. But again, if you live in an urban environment, more than likely people are going to have pistols. If you live out in the country, more than likely people will have rifles. All right, so that's where you have to worry about that 30-06, right? Because all good country bumpkins have 30-6s. I don't care who you are, right? They have them. So I hope this was helpful. Please let me know. I'm going to continue on with my SHTF videos. I hope you like them. Put the comments down below. I'm sure I made some mistakes here and there because I'm not an expert on plates. I am not affiliated with these guys. So AR500 or Safelite is actually really, really good companies that I would recommend for purchasing armor. There are some restrictions as to who can and who cannot purchase body armor depending on the state or wherever the hell you live. So I would also look that up. Don't buy body armor off eBay or Temu or one of those weird places because you don't know if it works. But these companies I know absolutely works. All right, guys, thank you very much. Please like, subscribe, share. If you want to become a Patreon member, it'll only cost you $1 a month. Put all the comments down below. Thank you very much, guys, and as always, be safe.